Alright, we are live here. First severe weather coverage of the season, basically. Been on a break for a while right now. Actually, let me mute real quick. 1 second. Alright, we are back again. Significant tornado earlier. This was further north. This is in this area right here. It directly impacted Union Center. It's from this supercell. The rotation up here now in Boston. That threat is completely over. Now we're watching this one near Dodgerville. This tornado warning is also for this one back here. And this is all, I think, pretty concerning. Very widespread tornado outbreak underway. We have another area of interest down here. Another area of interest. This tornado warning doesn't look that significant, though it was confirmed. Another area of interest down here, less concerning, was over here, down in Omarosa. This is all looking pretty significant for hail and wind. So if you're in Oklahoma, anywhere in Oklahoma today, you need to be watching out. Well, besides for the Panhandle, areas, let's just say Enid, Childress, East, not Childress. Enid can get some severe weather. Areas like Weatherford, Cordell, all the way east on I-35. I-40 towards Oklahoma City. Going back north, this storm in Milwaukee. I'm not too sure if this is going to be quite supportive. It has wrapped up a lot. However, I'm not sure how I feel about this one in particular. We will have to just wait and see. It doesn't look that significant at the moment. However, if this does wrap up, then we have some issues. We do have some chasers here live. That is not in Troy, Alabama. Let me go ahead and change those. That is in... Let me make sure we get that. Okay. Again, this is on Hascams. Oh my god. I don't know why everything decides to corrupt when I go live. Bam. Okay. Is anything else corrupted? No. Alright. We're going ahead and use this. I'm talking a little faster than my brain is going. My bad. We're going to go ahead and be using this for the storms back over here near Dodgerville. This looks pretty significant going forward. And back east over here, again, this storm going towards Milwaukee has that look to it. You could see these mergers coming in straight into that inflow around. This is the perfect spot for mergers in a tornadic supercell. Again, mergers are just very small updrafts, convection attempts, pretty much attempts at storms developing that go into other supercells that are dominant or more tornadic already. And that's what we're seeing. Another big threat. Again, we just discussed it. Right back out here near Anamosa. Anamosa, you need to be getting ready for this. If you go to our forward panel display, a little messy, but you get the point. Nothing at the moment. That merger will help. A little bit of a nudger maybe from behind by that cell near Springville and Alburnett. This is in Iowa. We'll be in Illinois later on. Is this cell down near Brighton? This attempt at a cell near Ottumwa All this will be moving east past Davenport into Illinois. And we may even have some confluence along this, I believe, dry line here. Now progressing eastward. Yeah, lots of storms everywhere. You could really see those increasing outflow values now as this storm decides to wrap up. And if we go to the terminal radar, oh yeah, this is not looking good at all. If you're in Sussex, city of Pewaukee, town of Delafield, town of Oconomowoc, you need to be taking immediate tornado precautions. If you're in Milwaukee, you need to be getting ready to do so. If you want to go ahead and be ahead of the game, be extra safe, I would take shelter now in these areas right along the border of Lake Michigan and Wisconsin, Mequon, Fox Point, Whitefish Bay, and Milwaukee. Again, City Pewaukee, Menomonee Falls, Sussex. All of you guys, please take your tornado precautions, as wow, this is really something. Let me just go back to the 2-panel display. Yeah, very strong upper level meso, like we said, there's that merger going in to the inflow. That's what you do not want to see. Again, if this storm gets the inflow like it has on, this is gonna go big. That merger is gonna help. Has a little bit of a nudger from behind by this supercell in Watertown that will enhance tornado genesis. Finding the right words here. Very jumbled up. And then we have, of course, whatever's going on here. Big complex of storms going towards Dubuque. Northeast is Cedar Rapids. Is this tornado warning? And let's just stay on one. You can see, new tornado warning. This is going to be very significant as well. Lake Delton, Lewistown, Endeavor, all in Wisconsin. You can see that area of rotation rapidly increasing. Yeah, that's going to be something. And then we have these down near Milwaukee, new mesoscale discussion. That is another pretty highly worded one. Destructive hail, 2 supercells. Yeah, that's 140 to 170 miles per hour on that one. Lots of areas of interest here. And I think we settled on 2 major ones. This one going into Milwaukee and this one near Lake Delton. Those are 2 areas of interest. Let me zoom out so you can see them both. A new tornado warning for Big Spring. Let me see where Big Spring is. Is there a Big Spring? I don't see any city named Big Spring. But we do have some. Yeah, that's that. That's that. Let's see what happens when it gets there. Yeah, Waukesha. Areas just north of Waukesha. Between Waukesha and Ridgefield. Anywhere between there needs to be taking cover. Waukesha, I think you're pretty much in the clear. You are very, very close north, or close to the north of this, so gotta watch that. And this is a cell in Texas that produced a significant tornado earlier, most likely. I'm gonna just use the terminal radar. You can see it getting a lot more messy now. And I think, I'm really not thinking this has a huge chance at any significant tornado genesis. So I'm still a little skeptical. Proceed with all your tornado precautions. One that I am not skeptical of, again, is this one near Wisconsin Dells, Lewiston, and Endeavor. You need to be taking cover for that. And still waiting to get into more radar scans, a new scan year. And this is very close to the radar, so you could see some sort of... This is probably a gust front from the storm you could see on radar right here. That is pretty cool. Again, still watching Milwaukee main area for this while I set up radar. This cell is pretty... As we get more shear throughout the evening, we'll be way less reliant on storm interactions, etc., etc. Storm near Duncan. Not looking it's interesting anymore. We have a lot more to track this week tomorrow. Maybe. That would be mainly a risk up here again in Iowa and down into Oklahoma. Oklahoma seems to have the best chance today and tomorrow at this whole sequence. Of course, we didn't have much yesterday, anything yesterday or the day before, so those days were not anticipated to be as big as today and tomorrow. So again, today was definitely, there's definitely a lot of issues that's happened in Oklahoma, like lots of lying cloud cover in that area. Sorry, city names are not on. Lake Dalton is really close to getting a tornado put down here. He had our spectrum width just to see where the center is, and right here you can see that little line where I'm moving bottom left. Look at the bottom left panel of the moving screen, and that's where you can see we definitely have some sort of mesocyclone. Might be a little cyclone. That means there's contamination in the velocity signatures with these, which is your top right panel. And going back to the storm, everybody's had their eyes on the Milwaukee storm. Again, still don't know exactly what to think about this one. Has very, very, very big potential, and it is in an extremely populated area. 307,000 people in the in the warning. God, I can't talk. Good later. Huh. For our friends in Michigan, that is when you will get your risk. It will be mainly a QLCS. And here's our secondary area of rotation. You can see it much easier. Again, I was using a product that was much better for looking at tornadoes in particular. And we are not on the ground yet, but that is definitely something. We'll wait till reflectivity updates, but this looks like a potential tornado debris signature, maybe a tornado on the ground. Very similar structure. It's kind of on the back side of the hook like the last storm we had, so gotta watch. You can see this convergence as well. Really have to watch this for Sussex and city of Milwaukee. Definitely looks like contamination on this little thing right here. You can see the bottom right, that is our correlating coefficient. If you know anything about math, the correlating coefficient skins similar things in the atmosphere, which is this pinker color right up here. Actually, let me just do one panel for this. This is correlating coefficient. If you see this in the bottom right panel, this is what we're talking about. The pinks are very similar things. These are rain droplets. Nothing to be concerned about. However, things like this, you see how it goes from skinning pretty much almost just rain to skinning some things that are a little bit different in the atmosphere. This is hail. This is a lot of hail. It is different from rain. It is more dense. So, yeah, and you can see all this. Well, this must be debris, right? No, this is air. It's getting so used to scanning all this rain up here that is scanning the air and signaling it different. My bad. That is basically what contamination is. And we will see that a lot when looking at storms, tracking storms. Contamination is a very, very big thing, and I don't know what's happening. And the Milwaukee storm's probably done in terms of tornado potential. Still some to watch. Lewiston, Dodgeville, Ridgeway, both of these in Wisconsin. Those are two different storms. Anamosa, Ocean, Iowa. This is really starting to wrap up. So we are going to have to watch this a little bit of a nudger from behind maybe. And some rotation developing right here on this supercell. This is near Maquoketa in Iowa, going east towards Bellevue, Thompson, Preston, Maquoketa. And right now, in the short term, you need to be in your safe spots. Onslow in Wyoming, Iowa. And we have this other supercell still kicking it, going into a much more supportive environment near Wayland. And yeah, going back. Again, this Milwaukee storm definitely has a very large meso. You can see how wide it is. This is here, these converging red and green colors around a 6-mile wide mesocyclone, according to terminal radar. Realistically, about 3 miles. So that is very big. In areas in Madison, you're going to get another round of severe storms. So if you're in Madison, it is not over, not at all. Another round of tornadic storms coming through. New tornado warning. This is for Westfield up here in Wisconsin, all the way up here. Princeton, Neshkoro, Westfield, North of Montello, Berlin, Ripon, Markesan, all in Wisconsin. And we are having reports of tornado in Stormberg, wherever that may be. And yeah, this is definitely not over in terms of tornado potential. This is starting to get its act up together again. So if you're in Sussex, Menominee Falls, Mequon, Whitefish Bay, City of Pewaukee, you need to be in your safe spots still. This is not over by all means. And this is getting to wrap up again. You can see that inflow. And yeah, definitely getting its act together big time here. If you're anywhere north or west northwest Milwaukee, eastward, like Menominee Falls, this whole area is circled. You need to be in your safe spots. Milwaukee, I'd be in your safe spots as well. And if we go back to our terminal radar, this is a smaller radar site. Still a large meso. Less impressive. Seems to be becoming more outflow dominant. So you can see where we have this gust front somewhere along here. This is all going to pose a very big damaging wind threat to Milwaukee. However, I do not believe this is going to stay a tornado threat for long. We have the sea breeze boundary. I believe this is right here. That's the sea breeze boundary. Just past it. So Milwaukee areas like that are definitely lucky in a lot of cases due to that boundary of cool stable air that prevents any tornadic activity. You maybe just be seeing that. That's what terminal's showing. You can see broadening of the meso again, possibly trying to wrap up again. Still waiting for anything. And this just may be a hook. I'm not sure. Maybe some sort of something right back out here. You have to watch that. It's this little leg south of Oconomowoc. And Endeavor, that cell we've been looking at, looks to be... There we go. Looks to be trying more here. We'll have to see. Getting nothing on the ground at the moment. And we do have RFD coming around at this storm. We're going to have to watch it again. Those upper level mesocyclone is really increasing, and there we go. Tornado trying to get itself together here. Town of Lisbon, east, Menominee Falls, Bayside, Fox Point, take cover now. Really clear view tornado genesis. If we look at our terminal radar, you can see that this is going to be a big time tornado. Big time tornado trying to develop right over the town of Lisbon now. And yeah, this is going to be a significant tornado if it continues. This is turning into a very thick complex of storms. We will have damaging winds for downtown Milwaukee. However, the tornado risk, I do not believe, will be in downtown Milwaukee. Directly north Milwaukee, though. That is where it is. Not south, North Milwaukee, not central, just North Milwaukee. That's where we have this tornado risk. And it's in very populated areas, so it's only a matter of time before this thing gets its act together. Keeping an eye on our other storms as we do here. And oh, this is this is just a radar beam fraction here. That is messing up this scan, but very tight rotation, probably near Onslow in Wyoming, Iowa. Have to keep watching that storm. And this one still going into Milwaukee. And this hail threat is bigger than any threat we will have today. Do not drive around at all costs, really, in this whole area. Very large hail, damaging winds for the rest of the night. Going back south. Again, very sloppy setup in Oklahoma, these areas towards Kansas, as really expected. And wow, this is tornado on the ground in Milwaukee. Very small inflow. This is pretty much a supercell that will be supportive of short-lived, smaller tornadoes. However, that does not matter. Very, very, very strong supercell that will be moving into Menominee Falls, Sussex, Whitefish Bay, the shoreline near Brown Deer, Glendale, Butler, Germantown, and Mequon. This will get a PDS tornado warning soon if they are putting enough caution into this. And yeah, look at that. This is a strong tornado on the ground. Very strong tornado on the ground. Look at that newest scan from the terminal radar. We'll just need 2 panels. Yeah, this is a very, very significant tornado. This needs a particular PDS tornado warning, which is a particularly dangerous situation tornado warning. And this is a very low level, less just on all levels, really tight tornado. And if this storm were happening in any other area, I don't think it would be as bad. It's just the fact that it's in a very populated area. PDS is needed. We will get that PDS tornado warning in due time here. And I don't think we will really get a long track tornado out of this, thankfully. However, still right into Menominee Falls. That is where it's going. Really quickly going south here. Lots of tornado warnings, like everywhere. It's hard to keep track. And we had this merger. This storm back near Watertown could get its act together again. And look at this storm near Onslow in Wyoming, Iowa. This is going to produce a significant tornado if it keeps looking like that in the next few scans. And again, like saw somebody just say it and say somewhere, this tornado is going to be short-lived. I do not think this is going to last very long. You could see that viewer, that donut hole here. If we go to the higher tilts, I just do not think. If we go to maybe tilt 2, or just tilt 4, much more broad. It does look better on those upper levels a little bit, especially on tilt 4. And it lifted. Yeah, tornado did lift. Still act as if a tornado is on the ground, because this is the type of storm that would just keep continuously So yeah, there it goes. Tornado is no longer on the ground. We still have other things to worry about. Again, areas north of Milwaukee, downtown Milwaukee, all of Milwaukee, take shelter now. And look at this near Onslow. Another chance for a significant tornado. Back up here, too. This sort of complex of storms near Monticello getting its not really act together, but this new tornado warning in Denver, Monticello, Marquette, Princeton, Wisconsin. And just a mess. Flash flood warning, I'd say, is imminent for areas, again, areas north, really, Menominee Falls and Mequon, Germantown. You're going to be dealing with a lot of flash flooding. Again, flash flooding is very, very possible, especially with that hail that will melt. Again, flash flood warning is definitely likely, I'd say, for all Milwaukee. I'm not familiar with how good the drainage systems are there, but wherever Adam Lucio is tracing, this might be Wyoming. I mean, shoot. Nebraska. Where is this? No, this is near that storm we were talking about. Right here is a very small rope tornado. Left split is going into it though. Whole situation just looks really weird from a radar standpoint. Going back up here, this storm near Dubuque has a very large area of rotation that is broad and not tight. This area, though, right here, we're going to have to watch this next. Town of Vermont, Town of Cross Plains and Black Earth, please take over now. This is going to be a significant situation here. If this continues, it wrapped up real quick. And of course, this storm in Iowa. We're going to have to keep good tabs on both. One more than another. Here as we go into shoot. Okay, did I not add this? Did I not add a split view? I guess not. I did not add a split view. Okay. Going up here. Okay. Oh my god, I cannot speak. So we're going to be watching on there. Yeah, this storm right towards Monmouth. Sorry, Monmouth. Here. So let me get something up real quick. Very beautiful tornado still on the ground, this Onslow and Wyoming, Iowa storm. Alright, let's see if this is something worth watching.
This is weather radio station WXJ88, serving west central Wisconsin.
Alright, we're gonna go ahead and go to intermission real quick. Let me set this up.
Office in Chanhassen, Minnesota, on an assigned frequency of 162.40 megahertz. Transmitting from the power facilities of WHWC Television in Wheeler.
I'm gonna go on a short intermission here.
37 p.m.
Once I add this.
Now here is the hazardous weather outlook for portions of central Minnesota, east central Minnesota,
and we will be right back.
West central Wisconsin. For this afternoon and tonight, a few thunderstorms may develop this afternoon south of a line from Fairmont to Eau Claire. While severe weather is not expected, some storms could contain small hail and gusty winds. Patchy dense fog is expected again overnight. And now the extended outlook for the period Wednesday through Monday. A strong cold front will push across the area Friday. A line of strong or severe thunderstorms will develop along and across eastern Minnesota late Friday afternoon and track into Wisconsin by early evening. Spotter information statement: Skywarn spotter activation will not be needed. Now the forecast for west central Wisconsin, including Eau Claire, Menominee, and Chippewa Falls. Tonight, partly cloudy with a 20% chance of rain showers this evening and overnight, then partly cloudy late in the night. Patchy fog overnight. Lows in the mid-40s. North winds up to 5 miles an hour. Wednesday, mostly sunny. Areas of fog in the morning. A 20% chance of rain showers in the afternoon. Highs in the upper 60s. Northeast winds up to 5 miles an hour. Wednesday night, partly cloudy with a 40% chance of rain showers. Lows in the upper 40s. Northeast winds up to 5 miles an hour. Thursday, mostly sunny. Highs in the lower 70s. East winds up to 5 miles an hour, shifting to the southeast in the afternoon. Thursday night, mostly clear. Lows in the lower 50s. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Friday, partly sunny. Rain showers likely and chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon. Highs in the upper 70s. Chance of precipitation 70%. Friday night, colder. Rain showers and chance of thunderstorms in the evening, then chance of rain showers overnight. Lows in the upper 30s. Chance of precipitation 80%. Saturday, much cooler. Mostly cloudy. Chance of rain showers and snow showers in the morning, then chance of snow showers and rain showers in the afternoon. Highs in the upper 40s. Chance of precipitation 50%. Saturday night, mostly cloudy. A 40% chance of snow showers in the evening. Lows in the upper 20s. Sunday, mostly sunny. Highs in the mid-40s. Sunday night and Monday, mostly clear. Lows in the upper 20s. Highs in the mid-50s. Monday night, not as cool. Mostly clear. Lows in the upper 30s. Tuesday, mostly sunny. Highs in the mid-60s. Again, the forecast for west central Wisconsin, including Eau Claire, Menominee, and Chippewa Falls for tonight. Partly cloudy with a 20% chance of rain showers this evening and overnight, then partly cloudy late in the night. Patchy fog overnight. Lows in the mid-40s. North winds up to 5 miles an hour. At 6 p.m., in Eau Claire, it was mostly sunny. The temperature was 65 degrees, the dew point was 58, and the relative humidity was 78%. The wind was northeast at 5 miles an hour. The pressure was 29.66 inches and falling. In Rice Lake, it was mostly sunny. The temperature was 64 degrees, the dew point was 52, and the relative humidity was 64%. The wind was calm. the pressure was 29.70 inches and falling. Across Wisconsin, it was mostly sunny, with a temperature of 61 at Osceola and 66 at Madison. It was partly sunny, with a temperature of 56 at Hayward, 58 at Green Bay, and 78 at Milwaukee. It was cloudy, with a temperature of 55 at Siren and 68 at La Crosse. In eastern Minnesota, at Duluth, fog was reported, with a temperature of 38. It was partly sunny, with a temperature of 64 at the Twin Cities, and 66 at Red Wing. At Rochester, it was cloudy, with a temperature of 63. Once again at 6 p.m., in Eau Claire, it was 65 degrees under mostly sunny skies. This is weather radio station WXJ88, serving west central Wisconsin. We broadcast from the National Weather Service Forecast Office in Chanhassen, Minnesota, on an assigned frequency of 162.40 MHz. Transmitting from the tower facilities of WHWC Television in Wheeler. The current time is 6:43 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Now here is the hazardous weather outlook for portions of central Minnesota, east central Minnesota, south central Minnesota, southeast Minnesota, northwest Wisconsin, and west central Wisconsin. For this afternoon and tonight, a few thunderstorms may develop this afternoon south of a line from Fairmont to Eau Claire. While severe weather is not expected, some storms could contain small hail and gusty winds. Patchy dense fog is expected again overnight. And now the extended outlook for the period Wednesday through Monday. A strong cold front will push across the area Friday. A line of strong or severe thunderstorms will develop along it across eastern Minnesota late Friday afternoon and track into Wisconsin by early evening. Spotter information statement: Skywarn spotter activation will not be needed. Now the forecast for west central Wisconsin, including Eau Claire, Menominee, and Chippewa Falls. Tonight, partly cloudy with a 20% chance of rain showers this evening and overnight, then partly cloudy late in the night. Patchy fog overnight. Lows in the mid-40s. North winds up to 5 miles an hour. Wednesday, mostly sunny. Areas of fog in the morning. A 20% chance of rain showers in the afternoon. Highs in the upper 60s. Northeast winds up to 5 miles an hour. Wednesday night, partly cloudy with a 40% chance of rain showers. Lows in the upper 40s. Northeast winds up to 5 miles an hour. Thursday, mostly sunny. Highs in the lower 70s. East winds up to 5 miles an hour shifting to the southeast in the afternoon. Thursday night, mostly clear. Lows in the lower 50s. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Friday, partly sunny. Rain showers likely and chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon. Highs in the upper 70s. Chance of precipitation 70%. Friday night, colder. Rain showers and chance of thunderstorms in the evening, then chance of rain showers overnight. Lows in the upper 30s. Chance of precipitation 80%. Saturday, much cooler. Mostly cloudy. Chance of rain showers and snow showers in the morning, then chance of snow showers and rain showers in the afternoon. Highs in the upper 40s. Chance of precipitation 50%. Saturday night, mostly cloudy. A 40% chance of snow showers in the evening. Lows in the upper 20s. Sunday, mostly sunny. Highs in the mid-40s. Sunday night and Monday, mostly clear. Lows in the upper 20s. Highs in the mid-50s. Monday night, not as cool. Mostly clear. Lows in the upper 30s. Tuesday, mostly sunny. Highs in the mid-60s. Again, the forecast for west central Wisconsin, including Eau Claire, Menominee, and Chippewa Falls for tonight. Partly cloudy with a 20% chance of rain showers this evening and overnight. then partly cloudy late in the night. Patchy fog overnight. Lows in the mid-40s. North winds up to 5 miles an hour. At 6 p.m., in Eau Claire, it was mostly sunny. The temperature was 65 degrees, the dew point was 58, and the relative humidity was 78%. The wind was northeast at 5 miles an hour. The pressure was 29.66 inches and falling. In Rice Lake, it was mostly sunny. The temperature was 64 degrees, the dew point was 52,